Hello and welcome to this video looking at the one of the high demand questions from the electric circuits topic. We're looking at question 8 in this video. So question 8, the resistance of a 24 watt 12 volt filament lamp depends on the current flowing through the lamp. For currents up to 0.8 amps the resistance has a constant value of 2.5 ohms. Use the equation in the box to calculate the potential difference across the lamp when the current of 0.8 amps flows through the lamp. Okay, so I've got a current of 0.8. I want to find the potential difference, which means I'm going to need to know the resistance. So I'm just going to put down a line down here just to write down what I know. So I know that the current equals 0.8 amps, and I want to find the resistance. So current of 0.8 amps, for currents up to 0.8 amps the resistance has a constant value of that, so 2.5 ohms. I know that V is equal to I, remember I, intensity to current, and R, V is equal to IR equals 0.8 times 2.5. Now I'm a little bit concerned here about, I don't want to put an equals, I've just got used to not putting equal signs, and I've run out of space. I'm just going to put another line down. If I ever run out of space and I'm concerned that I don't have more than one equals on a line, I know, so V is equal to, if I multiply that by that, 2 is 2. So the answer being 2 volts. Now this is an example here of an old question with lots of information trying to confuse you. Be careful here, the actual information you need may be in here. They may possibly do still in a higher tier. The information you might need is in here, but really they shouldn't give you information that's not relevant anymore. Part 2. When the potential difference across the lamp was 12 volts, the current through the lamp is 2 amps. On the axis below, draw a current potential difference graph for the filament lamp over the range of potential difference from 0 to 12 volts. Okay, so I know that 12, that's what I know. I know it tells me here at V equals 12 volts, I equals 2 amps. Okay, so I know one value. I'm going to plot this in red. Obviously you'll never do it in red because you should do it in pencil, but just to help us see this on the plot. So what values do I know first of all? And I need to be really careful here because this is worth, it looks far too easy really to be true, but potential difference in volts, if there's no potential difference, there's no energy transferred to the charge, I know for definite it must go through 0, 0. It tells me in the question it goes through 12 volts and 2, so I know it goes from there to there. Is there any other values I know? I know this is a filament lamp. So a filament lamp, remember, the symbol is that. It's symmetrical and curved. And I know that when it gets hot the resistance changes, so the gradient of this graph changes. And what I'm expecting is a graph that looks like that. Now I'm only looking, it's only asking me to look in positive potential differences, so I'm expecting a curve. Right now I've got a straight line, so is there any more data? 12 volt, oh of course I calculated some data in question 1 here. So I know that at 2 volts I equals 0.8 amps. That should be an 8, not a 6, there we go, 0.8 amps. So let's put that in as well. At 2 volts I know it's 0.8. I need to be careful here that I read the scale correctly. So let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 squares equals 5 amps, and I want what do I want? Sorry, equals 0.5 amps. So 1 square equals 0.05 amps, and I want a total of 0.8 amps. So I want 0. So 1 square is that, but I want 0.08. I've done this. So 2 squares, let me just 2 squares equals 0.1 amp. Okay, so 2 squares is that, so 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, and let me just check, that should be 0.9 and 1. Yeah. Okay, so I know it goes through there as well. So I know the resistance has a constant value of 2.5 ohms between there and there, which means it must be a straight line. So it resembles an ohmic resistor from there to there. But then it gets here, and it's no longer, remember the shape I'm expecting a curve now. So this is good practice here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the page around a little bit, just to get my arm a bit comfier, and I'm going to go for some muscle memory. Okay, so I'm going to go over the path I'm expecting a couple of times until I'm happy with the shape I'm making. Okay, and once I am, I'll draw that curve on. Okay, now don't panic if I'm worried there in the exam that should be touching. Well, it's a curve and the examiner knows you tried to draw a curve, so should go through X. If you're ever unsure, should go through X. Okay, you can always write that, that's fine. Okay, so that's enough there to get the marks. Why does the resistance of the lamp change when the current through the lamp exceeds 0.8 amps? Well, the reason resistance changes is because that effect of heat. So resistance is only constant. So resistance is only constant when the temperature is the same. So the filament gets hot. Okay, which means the ions inside vibrate more quickly, which means they get in the way of the electrons and the charge trying to move.